Hey guys, Crafted1 here, and I am back with my sister
Hello.
talking more about Animal Crossing because you guys loved the last discussion that we did, just talking about 3.0, and you posed a really interesting question about like just the future of Animal Crossing, and I felt like we could talk about that for hours. So in this discussion, we're going to be talking about basically future of New Horizons and whether or not there'll be a 4.0, because there's a lot missing and there's a lot they could add to like fully flesh out this game to make it the best Animal Crossing.
Yes.
Can
we just put a preference that Animal Crossing is already amazing?
Okay, yeah, you're saying a great point. We're sounding like the average Nintendo fan. That's just, we're never satisfied. No,
yeah.
But I completely agree. This version, or I'm going to say after 3.0, it's already amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think like, because with Animal Crossing 2.0, it already felt, to me, if it ended there, it wouldn't have felt as great, as perfect. Again, because it was missing, a lot of quality of life features. But yeah, honestly, after 3.0, it does feel like I'd be okay if they left it off at that point.
Yeah.
So to quickly recap, everyone, just recently we got the update or the announcement of Animal Crossing New Horizons getting another massive update being classified as 3.0, where they basically reveal is Animal Crossing is getting a Switch 2 edition, as well as a massive content update that adds a new resort hotel, bulk crafting, storage expansions, and a bunch of other collaborations with Nintendo properties. Basically, adding what we all kind of wished was in the game originally. But yeah, to me, this is weird because with all the rumors of Animal Crossing 2026.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to kind of rehash a little bit of what we talked about previously, but did you expect Animal Crossing to get another update?
No, not at all. I thought it was kind of like a done deal seal. They kind of left it in the dust and was just mainly going to focus on the Switch 2, which then that probably resurfaced some thoughts of like, okay, well, maybe they are going to come out with a whole new game, but never did I ever expect they were going to release another update when they did. And it came out of nowhere too.
Yeah, it definitely did. It wasn't really like any kind of anniversary, I don't think.
No.
Like the announcement of Splatoon Raiders came on Splatoon's anniversary. I think it was its 10-year anniversary, actually. Yeah, so I thought it could have been something like that. But
nope.
Yeah, to me, it is just so weird. And I haven't actually been having a video that articulates my thoughts well about it, just because like I was the Animal Crossing 2026 guy. Did you follow all of the rumors and the leaks?
Yeah, I heard about them. I heard so many different theories and rumors and stuff, but I just obviously was not getting my hopes up because, like, at least for Animal Crossing in particular, there's been so much like rumors and just things people say that just never really happened. So I just didn't really get my hopes up in the first place.
And there's a lot of thoughts that go through my head, and I briefly talked about it in a video. There's a very high possibility that they delayed like an Animal Crossing that was supposed to be out in 2026.
Really? You think they delayed it?
I don't know. Okay, so I like to briefly go over my thoughts. The person who I'm going to say rumored / leaked it, basically the information that he is saying that he saw on whiteboards after he went to like a like a development process meeting that they showed off, like the development process for Mario Wonder, I believe, something like that. Where he said there was listed a bunch of stuff they wanted to do, and then the target release date for Animal Crossing in 2026, and like they wanted to focus on bigger city. It was a bunch of ideas, features, and stuff like that. But I'm honestly thinking like there's one of two things that could happen. Of course, like 2026 with a bunch of features they want to add to the game. It definitely sounded like it was more early processes, and that was just their target. Their internal target, of course, is going to change. So, I mean, I think it's pretty. I would say it's pretty. Wait, I want to say like common, or I wouldn't be surprised if again they just changed it. So this kind of poses the question, like if they were planning Animal Crossing 2026 and now not, this is now like a bridge update, because I mean, of course, we're getting a sequel to Animal Crossing.
Right.
And I think if there was only an update in the beginning, on the very beginning of the year, I think that's weird.
I don't know. I don't think it's that strange, because I think they announced, like, I mean, for granted, it wasn't that big of an update on New Horizons. They announced it was like, I think when they announced cooking, was that in the winter?
It was 2.0.
No, because cooking was a separate little mini update. It was like the 1 point, because they used to do pumpkins. Like 1.3, 1.4. Oh, it was with pumpkins. Okay, wait, never mind then.
Yeah, so like, what I'm getting at is, it just seems weird to have like this quote unquote be a bridge update to kind of reinvigorate New Horizons, and then just kind of dropping it after this again. And don't even get me started on them saying it wasn't the final update, apparently.
True, they lied.
I mean, truthfully, I don't think they're ever going to say it's the final update to a game anymore. But I don't know. In the back of my head, it's a little fishy. Like, why didn't they?
Yeah. Maybe, like, they didn't even... like, I think when they released the quote-unquote final update, they actually probably genuinely thought that was going to be the final update.
Oh, yeah. 100%. I genuinely do think. And then, again, they maybe delayed Animal Crossing 2026 internally. So then they're like, well, we haven't released Animal Crossing content in, what? It would have been 6 years, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We should probably put something out. And they don't want to make a whole new game.
Right.
Yeah. So, like, this is what gets me on the idea of a 4.0 update, is because I just think like a update to reinvigorate the hype in the beginning of the year, it would only really kind of make sense that there'd also be one more for the end.
True. I mean, I can kind of get behind that idea as well.
If their goal is to like bring back the Animal Crossing fan base and community, I think like that just seems good marketing wise.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know, because like, yeah, if you think about it, if that's their end goal, to like remind people like, hey, Animal Crossing exists. But then my question is, why didn't they advertise it? Like, why didn't they be like, oh, there's like, one more coming?
Yeah, they just threw it. Maybe because Animal Crossing is such a big game, so they felt like they didn't need to. I don't know.
Yeah, this whole episode discussion is kind of based upon what they could add. If they did decide to do a 4.0 update. Because there is still a lot of stuff, and there's a lot of content that they could do.
Yeah.
That would label like a 4.0 or just another update entirely.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I do want to throw out, like maybe on the Animal Crossing's, because 20th anniversary is next year, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, so hypothetically, on Animal Crossing's 20th anniversary, they're like, hey, we got one more update.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just like keeping it low key, or I'm just like, I think 3.0 is the last one.
Okay. I mean, I don't want to be again. I don't want to be wrong again. I'll be wrong twice about Animal Crossing things. But okay. To me, like, I'm just saying, this does feel like it's it.
Yeah.
But there is still so much on the table for it to possibly not be it.
Yes, obviously.
And there's a lot of like what if scenario. Again, it's like if their whole goal is to reinvigorate the Animal Crossing community, it would only make sense for them to do one more update toward the end and then ride that wave into 2027 during the summer for that Animal Crossing.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's actually when New Leaf came out, was over summer.
Yeah, I think all Animal Crossing games normally come out like either early or late spring.
New Horizons
summer.
came out. Yeah, New Horizons came out in March. New Leaf came out in summer of like June.
Yeah. So yeah, because like again, I'm not thinking we're getting any sort of other Animal Crossing content for next year, which is kind of crazy to me. But you know, because I think there would possibly be another update of some kind.
I mean, I could definitely foresee one possibly, but not another one in 2026.
Oh,
I think
so you don't think like
goal,
January 2026 and then like October 2026 there'll be.
No, I think they're probably, if they were to do a 4.0, it would be in 2027.
Like January 2027?
Yeah, only because I think maybe their goal for 3.0 is to get people back into it. I mean, I already seen so many people pick back up their Switch to hop on their islands, you know, because of the 3.0 update.
Well, again, like because like I think that's only going to be good for like maybe 3 months at most.
Oh, really? You don't see it as like a long-term thing?
I mean, I could see maybe you could argue 6 months, but like for Animal Crossing, of course, it's a longer game. But I think like it would only hold players for a certain amount of time. And I'm thinking like there has to be something else for them to like maintain the people that they brought in.
Yeah.
Because like that's just my thought process right now. Is like, why would they do it so early in the year to just lose them all? But like, there has to be an announcement between January and like what's January, March, April, May, July, to me. Because then after the 3.0 update, we're gonna be kind of waiting for what's next for Animal Crossing, whether that be another smaller update or the next Animal Crossing. And while doing research, I did find out Animal Crossing's 20th anniversary is on, well, it's, spring of 2026. So I could totally see them like, okay, now that everyone's playing Animal Crossing, we're going to announce either the next update so people can anticipate for that, or like tease the next project.
Or I think like in the past, to celebrate Animal Crossing's anniversary, they just do a small update that says they just bring out like special items.
I mean, that's another thing they could do. Like, so there's always a like again, the release of it being in January to me as well feels a little suspect. Just, I mean, for one, it's
seems calculated. I guess
it's perfect for Animal Crossing for one, but for two, it being in January it just doesn't make sense for a reinvigoration of the series. Especially if there's like nothing in the horizons. But so it's like, I don't know. I'm hoping I'm just laying out my thoughts well for the listeners. If I'm not, please let me know in the comment section. But those are my thoughts on like why I think 4.0 could happen, even though I'm in the camp of it probably won't.
Yeah, I think I'm more so on that side, but you never know. I mean, they did just release 3.0 out of the blue, so maybe 4.0 would also be out of the blue.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, it just seems so weird. And then like Nintendo has been having this whole strategy now of updating games, like increasing their longevity rather than doing full-fledged new games. They even said this after New Horizons popularity. So I'm wondering if they're planning on making this even bigger for the Switch 2 audience. Yeah. But yeah. Okay, besides going into like speculation, some like actual facts on what is kind of missing in what like 3.0 New Horizons. That kind of just add into the theory of why we could get a 4.0 is they added like so many new systems into the 3.0 update that it feels a little weird. I'm interested if the multiplayer is changed.
What do you mean?
Well, because like you know how like the multiplayer system, it's like connecting, and then everyone pauses, and then everyone has to wait.
Oh yeah.
I am like I would be surprised if they didn't change that for, of course, like the Switch 2 edition at least, because Switch 2 is 12 players.
Well, how else would the players without everyone else's like come in?
I think they changed like a bunch of the background systems. Like that's the reason why I think multi-crafting took so long to come in, was because they had to change something in the back end to make it finally work.
Oh, I see. Yeah, but I feel like that would only be the case then for the Switch 2, at least in terms of the 12 players. Just
well, I mean,
because
like,
8 players is still only on the Switch 1.
I still think, like, if they switch it for the Switch 2, they could switch it for the Switch 1, too. Like, if they change the back end for the multiplayer, making it less obtrusive, I think it was in both versions. It would be in both versions.
Mm.
Yeah, but, like, this is one of the reasons why, if they're changing, like, a system like that, again, I feel like they could be adding more in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before we get into what's like missing from the previous games, one more thing I wanted to kind of point out, or actually two more things. They have like a team now focused on, I'm assuming, the next Animal Crossing game, and then presumably this, like updating New Horizons is what I'm assuming, because 3.0 introduced new items, new models, of course, new background elements, new UI, new online systems. So I'm assuming like they have a small team that could be dedicated to be focusing on New Horizons for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would assume so too.
Yeah. And then second, I mean, of course, Animal Crossing New Horizons is still the second best-selling Switch game. So you have that massive install base. And still earning millions per year.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not, I mean, it's slowing down, but it's still like not to the point where I feel like you would.
It's falling off.
Yeah, you would give up on the game.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay. Now for the fun part. We were kind of talking about this a little before, and then I also asked you guys, the listeners, what was missing, and what then could be introduced into like a 4.0 update, or like the next update.
Okay, well, I think we should just probably start with the obvious. Is Nook's Crannies
upgrades,
like the upgrades and expansions. That'll be really cool if they were to bring that back.
I think this is like a pretty easy implementation too, because you're not adding another building, you're just upgrading one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Which, I mean, there's no different from like, upgrading from the shack to the actual shop in the beginning 100%. Of the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think a lot of people were, I guess, honestly, I'm not going to say I was disappointed, but when I found out that was the last upgrade, I was like, oh, that was...
Yeah, I mean, it was a little bit like, like, oh, dang, that's it?
Yeah, like, exactly. It was like,
But I can totally understand why they did that for New Horizons, only in the sense that, like, in New Horizons, they brought that you can move the shop whenever you want. So they had to keep it within that certain, like, square footage frame, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and, like, this is something that a lot of people brought up to me, of course, when I was talking about the resort being on the island. I don't, of course, they can't make the building bigger. I mean, they could probably make a system where...
We can make it taller.
Yeah, that's what I think. I mean, going back into, like, City Folk, it was, like, legit, like, 2-story mall.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's a mall, but, like, a 2-story. Yeah, it was big.
Yeah, it was.
I don't think a lot of people would even care, really. That's, like, you walk inside, it's slightly bigger than what it looks like outside.
Yeah.
I definitely think adding a second story would probably be pretty... easy.
Mm-hmm.
I do think like the main reason why it wasn't implemented is like the Animal Crossing New Horizons vibe.
Because like, why would they add like a mall per se to like an island?
Well, yeah, like I think like if you look back in City Folk, back in New Leaf, it was pretty like modern, I would say.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like the Nook's Cranny now feels very put together, like, oh, it's still wood, stuff like that.
Yeah, it's very like neutral, I guess. So whatever your island is, you can kind of match it to it.
I think like a random extension to this would also maybe like, you know how we could design our exterior of our house?
Yeah.
What if like a new update makes it where you could design the exterior of buildings, like an
Ooh,
ordinance
that's
of some kind?
cool.
Yeah, just to like that would be cool to introduce it in the same update too. So like they kind of just get rid of the whole idea of Animal Crossing New Horizons having a theme.
Yeah, but I think the whole point, or I don't want to say the whole point, but I think like the main aspect of New Horizons is like the ability to like build and create, whereas like the main aspect of like New Leaf and City Folk is, you know, kind of just like in a sense living, like you had a role, you were the mayor, or you were like a resident, like it wasn't necessarily like building and creating or customizing.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that kind of just lends more into the idea of maybe them having
exactly. That's what I think. I think that'd be a really cool feature if they were to add that. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, going into some of the other, like, they're not upgrades. I mean, we could get an upgrades to the what's the clothing shop called again? I'm completely blanking on it. Able Sisters? Yeah. Or we could get another one. I mean, yeah, that's just something that we could get. Well,
yeah, I guess if we're on the topic of bringing back, we could also bring back Gracie Grace.
Yeah.
Which is like essentially another clothing shop, but hers is just a little bit more like designer like. But I guess that really wouldn't fit into the island theme that New Horizon has. Yeah.
I mean, same thing with like Kicks as well. I mean, I can see it as like an extension.
But again, you could argue that Kicks is already brought back in his little shop by being on Harvey's Island. And like realistically though, like when I used to play New Leaf, like I go to Nook's Cranny shop like every single day, right? And I only go to Kick's shop, I don't know, probably like once when it opened, and I never went in there again.
I mean, I agree. This goes for a lot of like the missing buildings that we have. Like there's Kicks, there's the garden store. I mean, technically the fortune shop, Shampoo.
Yeah, Katrina.
Yeah.
But again, all of those are on Harvey's Island, so they're not like. They're technically they did bring it back just in a different way.
I think honestly when they made Harvey's Island, they probably were just thinking about that, where it's like, well, again, as we said, they probably thought this was going to be the last update for the game, and they were just like, okay, we just have to include these characters somehow. I mean, do you think they could implement a way for the characters to get off of Harvey's Island? Like, oh, you buy a certain amount of stuff from them?
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, just kind of the same way that you have the opportunity to upgrade Nook's Cranny is like either maybe being like like having a job role.
Yeah.
Or buying a certain number of items or spending a certain amount of bells. Yeah, for sure. I think there is a way that you can definitely like get it off the island if they were to have its own building store.
Yeah, and that gives me hope, but then that again kind of poses the question is like your island is kind of small. Yeah. And where would they even add it? And I don't think just on a function or like logic level, I don't think they're ever going to expand the island. That doesn't make any sense.
I don't think so either.
Yeah. So yeah, I honestly do think we probably won't be seeing shops for them again. It's like limited uses for one. And, you know, two, they're all on Harvey's Island.
Yeah.
But what is interesting is some stuff that isn't really on Harvey's Island, but I don't know what they really have use for. Police station. That was in
New Leaf.
Was it in New Leaf too?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I'm mainly thinking of City Folk. That wasn't really a police station though.
No, it's definitely a New Leaf because it was a public work project that you could build.
Yeah.
Or place down. But yeah, I mean, the only purpose that those serve is that like any like lost item will just get turned into the police station.
Yeah, and then in City Folk it was more of like for the online aspects, but that's handled by the what are they called? The flying crew.
Yeah.
Dodo Airlines.
But
Nook's Homes like was dedicated for like exterior design for shops, but that's just kind of been implemented into Isabel.
Oh no, I'm thinking of Happy Home Academy. Never mind.
I mean, like, honestly, anything for Happy Home Academy is fair game too.
Happy Home Academy. Actually, they should bring that back. I remember Happy Home Academy in New Leaf. Like, you can go in to see what your rating or your score is on your home, and you would get like trophies from that.
Where is Isabel's brother?
I mean, nowhere.
I mean, is there like a canonical thing that he's doing in New Horizons?
No,
I could totally see him like maybe visit once a week or something. You could ask him. I don't know.
But Happy Home Academy was also run by like Lottie and the little otters. Yeah, the husband and wife, right. Sister, whatever. But also, yeah, Isabel's brother as well was also part of that. But in New Leaf, I guess you could say to counteract that, it was just like a daily like letter you got sent in your mail every Sunday, like rate of what your point score was.
Yeah,
it wasn't like an actual office building where you go in.
And I think with Happy Home, oh no, never mind. It wasn't an extension of New Leaf. I mean, honestly, one thing I would like to see that could get introduced.
Happy Home Academy was, yeah, you're right about that. It was like an update because it updated when Happy Home Designer came out on the 3DS.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I'm thinking of Happy Home Designer as Happy Home Academy. But correct me if I'm wrong, was there a way you were able to customize your villagers' houses in New Leaf? With Happy Home?
Not New Leaf, no.
Alright, I might just be thinking of like Happy Home
I think you're thinking Designer. Of Happy Home Designer.
Yeah, I mean, like, that would probably be the next logical step when it comes to customization. Right. If they ever do like a Happy Home Academy style update. And this is another thing. I don't know if they would ever use the 4.0 moniker as well. Just a random side tangent. I could totally see them like slowly even dripping out. Like, this update's Happy Home Academy. Next update's, let's just say, like Shampoodle. Next update. And just slowly breaking it up.
Which, that's what they did in the very start of like the first year of New Horizons. But then once 2.0 hit, they stopped.
Well, yeah, they stopped. So yeah, I definitely think they could, if they want to prolong the longevity of the game, to do something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that was just a random side tangent. Last thing I have here on buildings before we get into like activities, the photo booth, which just kind of got taken over with photo mode. So I really don't think.
And honestly, this might be a really hot take. I prefer the photoing on New Horizons better than New Leaf. Just really? Because, like, I
don't think that's a hot take. You prefer New Horizons over New Leaf?
Yeah, so like, why would they bring back the photo booth?
Oh yeah, I agree.
But you just wait, what?
I don't think that's a hot take. I was just putting it as a missing building.
Oh yeah, I guess it is missing, but again, I think it should just stay missing.
Yeah, it should stay missing. That's crazy. But yeah,
if they really wanted to, they could just bring it back as like a furniture item.
I think because we could place furniture outside. I think what a lot of people want, as well as listening to some YouTubers. I forgot her name. It was starting with like a K, like Kimura. She was talking about how like the refrigerators access your closet inside your house. But what if they could just do a small update where the refrigerator just access your food items.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
because it's kind of the same sense where it's like, oh, if you open up like any wardrobe closet type thing, it only shows you your closet in New Horizons.
Yep.
And then if you opened up like a fridge in New Horizons, it'll show you your whole storage.
Yeah, and I think it would be cool to kind of have like maybe even like a garden kind of shelf or something where you could access plants and stuff. Yeah, I got another random side tangent, but I think like adding more kind of interactions to some of the furniture would be cool. Yeah.
Which I feel for the most part, I feel like I don't want to say every, that's a broad statement, but like a good chunk of the like furniture items are pretty interactive, whether it's a simple movement or like a cute little sound effect when you like press on it. But
yeah, just a small minor tweaks. I don't really think there's any more quality of life that I kind of want to see. It's hard to really think about without playing it first.
I mean, the only like quality of life is just maybe more text logs. I don't know if they're called, like,
yeah.
ledgers.
I guess
But,
we
like,
could. Go ahead.
I feel like that's a given.
Mm-hmm.
But
actually, I do have a bunch of stuff toward the end that's like less less missing and more fan related stuff that I guess that could be considered quality of life. So yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was like, that was the only thing that I jotted down that's like quality of life related.
Yeah. Well, we could get into that once we get into the more like actual just other requested features.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, going into more like I guess more buildings, but that actually have a lot more to do rather than shopping. One thing I kind of want to throw out there right now is Brewster's Cafe as its own.
Oh, I'm so excited to talk about this.
As its own building.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever want it to? Do you think it should be separated from? I
loved Brewster's Cafe, and I loved how it was its own separate building. Yes, I do. But I think it is really cute, though. I think the whole point of adding it to the museum was one, like in Blathers and Brewster have like a relationship, you know, so it kind of feeds into that scenario.
Yeah.
But I would love if Brewster does get his own place, because I have this genius idea, or I don't know if it's like genius. I think it's genius. So I guess when New Horizons came out with the cooking update, right? They released pumpkins, wheat, tomatoes, like, and then you can, you know, unlock recipes and you can start crafting, right?
Mm-hmm.
However, for whatever reason, what they didn't like add back to New Horizons that was a new leaf were like the coconut, banana trees.
Oh yeah.
The leafy trees aren't there. Perfect fruits. So I thought it'd be really cool if they could kind of like, I don't know, zhuzh up the cooking aspect in New Horizons by adding the Brewster as a building. So that way, if they bring back as a job, so when you work for Brewster, you can implement those new ingredients into his little cafe.
Yeah.
Genius.
No, I could totally see that. Like we're having a part-time job at Brewster's Cafe.
Yeah, because the whole point about that job was like you never really earned bells from working with Brewster. You build a friendship with him, and then you got like his little exclusive things. Now, obviously, in New Horizons, like you can literally just go purchase those items now. Like you don't have to earn them. Yeah. But if they were to come out with like for example, like his specific gyroid, or I don't know, maybe something else. But yeah, I think that'd be awesome if they would have either brought back the old like food ingredients or come out with new ones. So that way when Brewster does have his own building and you work for him, you can use that as like cooking recipes.
I don't think, like, again, it just goes back to the problem of if there's just not being enough space to have his own building. But
I feel like everyone would say Brewster is an exception.
Yeah. I do think that he still could add all of this within the museum Brewster.
Yeah, for sure. And that would probably also drive the players more to go into the museum.
Yeah, 100%. Because like right now, it's just like a very minor interaction, really. One really minor nitpick, I guess, that they could change, which they could have in 3.0, they just haven't told us. But just sitting on Brewster's bar stools without having a text prompt.
Yeah, because I believe
enjoy a drink.
Yeah. In New Leaf, there was 2 bar stools that you could sit on. One of them being like, if you wanted to order, and then the one on the far left, you could just sit there to sit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is so true.
But yeah, I do think like they could expand Brewster's Cafe in a way. Maybe even again like adding part-time job. This is from New Leaf, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and expanding that portion of it to maybe include cooking. I could see a cooking mini game.
Yeah, because I felt like they announced the whole cooking concept, and that was so freaking cool.
I think everyone.
And then and then it was like, okay, like that's it. Like there was nothing else to it. Like you just make food and dig up trees and get energy. I don't know. Like,
yeah, I do wish there was like. Oh, I can totally imagine like cooking at Brewster's and then having to deliver it.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Ooh,
like pizza. Like, I don't know, knocking on their door.
That's not like a cafe thing. I was thinking more like banana bread with the banana trees that hopefully they add.
I mean, I'm saying if they have all, like, they could just port over almost like all the recipes that you could cook into. I don't know.
Even
or maybe
then,
like Brewster has like a daily menu.
Yeah.
We're cooking. Hold on. No, I'm kidding.
Or like a seasonal. Seasonal menu.
Seasonal menu.
You know, like a pumpkin spice latte.
Yeah. That would be cool. Honestly, like, I could totally see them doing something like that. Yeah, they could even incorporate like, oh yeah, Brewster has these 3 dishes.
Yeah, like a daily menu or seasonal menu.
I'm thinking like maybe you even bring the ingredient. I don't even know. Maybe that's a little weird.
Well, I mean, or maybe you just have to supply his inventory, or like his, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if he runs out of pumpkins, you could go harvest more. I don't know, just a little bit more use, I guess, in that update, in the cooking update. Could be really cool, and I feel like a fun way to add that is through Brewster.
Yeah, 100%. I think like that improves again the cooking side, and then improves the cafe, because right now it's literally just let me drink coffee.
Yep.
Yeah. So I don't really know where to put this, but there is like in the museum, there's that weird missing spot on the across from Brewster's Cafe.
Oh, like on the other side?
Yeah. Thought
that would have been for Celeste. Remember, she had her own little observatory up on the.
I actually don't have that in my notes. Why don't they?
Well, technically, you could argue that New Horizons, instead of having her own little observatory, she randomly comes to your island at night.
Well, yeah. Why not just have her be permanent in the? Because I'm saying that spot just seems so empty to the point where I'm like, they could finish the museum.
Yeah, maybe they have something else cooking then that could.
Yeah, like I think just Celeste Observatory would be kind of cool. It'd just be a small room, just like the cafe.
Or I think it was in New Leaf, where the second floor of the museum was like the players like empty exhibit room that they could decorate.
Oh yeah, they could put. Yeah,
I don't know if you remember.
I do think it is a little weird that it's just like, there's 3 instead of 4 when there's 4 corners of the building. I was kind of going into. I don't really know what could fit over there, but you just honestly just gave me 2 better ideas. But Club LOL. I was like,
yeah.
Instead of another building, put it in a museum.
Put it in a museum.
But that doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
But like, I was just trying to think like if it's not another building.
And technically, you could argue they did already bring back Club LOL.
I mean, technically with
Bruce DLC.
What in Bruce?
The DLC when you complete it, you celebrate it with Club LOL. To the concert.
After you complete the DLC, you then move into your island.
But then you have to pay for the DLC to get.
Well, yeah, I mean, like there you go. They can sell the DLC.
Okay.
But yeah, I think.
Or if they bring back Trunk into the cafe, and so like on certain nights he does his stand-up comedy.
Yeah, I feel like the way we get emotes now is a little rough. Like I could totally see him like that.
Yeah, I feel like you just randomly get emotes by coming across a villager.
And like before, it was like every week you would go to a show. I think that would be cool. Yeah. Imagine like they could even advertise it as like a Switch 2 edition feature where it's like just a hangout spot where you could just talk.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That was just a random thought, but that was like my idea for that random corner in the museum. But you honestly gave me like better ideas with Celeste, with the Players Museum. I definitely do think if there was another update that they would kind of finish that off.
Yeah, because it is just kind of weird not having anything on the other side. It
is weird. It's either that or Rooster comes out and then it goes back into like a
right. Yeah.
Yeah. I think like honestly going back to the problem with Nook's Cranny being upgraded into a massive mall, I just realized the museum is like way smaller than what it seems like on the outside.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, so I don't think that's a problem. Okay. One thing that I think we both kind of talked about last time, I think could be added because it's more multiplayer focused. Because right now we talked about like very minor activities you could do on the island, like Club LOL, maybe Brewster's Cafe.
Mm-hmm.
What about Tortimer's Island?
Obviously, I still stand on they need to bring that back. Now again, could argue they brought back the family, Kappa's family.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, well now who's gonna, unless like, I don't know.
I
don't know.
There's a possibility of like after the quote unquote resort hotel is doing good that they invite you over.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Like if you unlock like an X amount of guests and like your rating or something like that.
I think that would be cool. I just think that right now, if I were to say what's missing from New Horizons, it's just more multiplayer-esque mini games.
But I feel like they added a lot though by the Slumber Islands.
Yeah, with the Slumber Islands, I think that kind of solves it. But that's more, again, creativity driven, where I mean, I guess you can make your own games and stuff like that. It's all kind of completely customizable. But if they're changing the back end to the multiplayer, this is a big if because we don't know if this is true yet. I could totally see them like opening up the possibilities for more like Tortimer Island style mini games.
Yeah, I could also agree with that. Another idea that I had that now since they expanded to like 12 players per island, but again this isn't like another building on your island, is retail. Do you remember what that is?
Oh, where you could like customize the furniture, right?
It was Cyrus and Reese's like little shop.
Yeah,
where you can go and like put your own items up for sale. So when players come over to your island, they could like look at it. Mm-hmm. If that makes sense, almost like. And then where Cyrus was the one who did the customization, but I was just talking about like the Reese's section in general. Now that it's 12 players, so I feel like it could be kind of cool to like add that back in. Mm-hmm. And plus, like Reese and Cyrus's job only comes around during July when it's wedding season, and you just decorate for them. They don't really have like another role besides that. Yeah,
it's interesting that you say that because again, like during the rumors and leaks for Animal Crossing 2026, one of the key stuff that they wanted to add into the game is like sellable user-generated content. So,
yeah.
Like, and I think I could totally see them like maybe testing that out in New Horizons to see how that works. So maybe even like having like, maybe not even just like retail, but like having just your own storefront.
Yeah.
Where people visit your island and you're able to...
And you can actually put up your own items for sale.
Yeah. I am like... So this is something I have on like my additional requested features is just a multiplayer hub. I feel like Tortimer's Island was that for New Leaf, and in New Horizons we kind of don't have that. Like it's either you go to someone else's island instead of, hey, let's all go to like this other island.
Yeah, I agree. Because in New Leaf, like you didn't need like their friend code or anything. You really just go to Torrance Island online, and that's where you just meet other people.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And I definitely think this could be something that is added. It could just be Tortimer's Island. I just think like Tortimer's Island and the whole islands in general,
it was such a cool concept.
It just makes sense. Where like, let me go to Tortimer's Island and play some minigames. I'm also thinking in terms of like, as you said, like selling your items. There could be a little swap meet section where there's like a blanket on the floor. You could put up 3 items or something, mark a price, and boom. And then like you could facilitate, or Nintendo can facilitate those types of swap meets instead of players doing that.
Yeah, because like on your island, like you could drop your items on the floor, but then it's like, well, then you can't pick it up, or you would have to drop the islands, and like that's a chance for someone to like steal it and just grab it if it's not placed. You know what I mean?
I could totally see you like, oh, there's a prompt. There's like, oh, place your I don't know, like retail blanket down, and you could change the color of that. You could add like little knickknacks, and you could put like maybe like 3 to 6 items, and then put a price for them too.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, I'm picturing, because the way Nintendo's kind of going toward it, and I like this system, where like, if you're in like a quote unquote online lobby, it's going to have a code, and then like viewers or friends could put in that code and then they could go. So I could totally see it being like, oh, join or find a random island or join a specific one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that'd be cool. Having like a lobby.
Yeah. I was like, that is one of the bigger things I think that could get added, but that's like kind of very high on my wish list. But Tortimer's Island is just the perfect opportunity for them to bring it back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything that I missed when it comes to like missing content, I should say?
I said this a while before, and I still really want it to bring back is the flea markets with your villagers.
Yeah.
I really like that in City Folk, and they did not bring it back. And actually, they didn't bring it back in New Leaf either.
I'm trying to think, a lot of people were like saying they wanted aerobics, and we got aerobics. Is there any other like bigger activities that we're missing?
I don't know. I just really wanted the flea markets. Flea markets is for like where they decide on a day or something that's a flea market. So any villager that's in their house, or if you're in their house,
I remember.
Just like walk in and see if like their furniture was for sale.
I like that.
Especially since like villager houses, like normally like their interior stuff is like a collection or something.
Tell me that wouldn't be perfect for like a Happy Home update. You add the Happy Home Academy, you add the ability to maybe even customize your villager houses, and then you add the flea market as like an early game kind of thing.
I don't know. I just like interacting with my villagers. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think I would say the same. I mean, looking at this missing features list, there isn't a lot that they like haven't added in another form.
Yeah. Oh, I just thought of one that they haven't added yet, but I don't know how they would add this if they did. Is in City Folk, remember like the auctioning place that was run by that little gyro?
Yeah. I can't believe I forgot about that.
That'd be kind of funny too. I would just be curious to see how it goes if you put something up for auction. Maybe like a villager. No, I'm kidding. Don't do that.
I think it's crazy that like a lot. I don't know. It feels like City Folk and New Leaf have a lot more multiplayer driven features than New Horizons.
Yeah, but I feel like it's more common for multiplayer usage in New Horizons than City Folk or New Leaf. So that's quite ironic. Yeah.
It is a little ironic because again, like you could go to someone else's island or town and then go bid, and also you could do a lot of things that these kind of like influence. Yeah, I would like to just see more of that, to be honest. Yeah. But okay. Yeah, again, just like seeing this list as a whole, it is pretty... New Horizons right now just feels pretty complete. And anything else would be a cherry on top. Yeah. Well, speaking of that cherry on top, I do have a list of like some requested features and systems. I believe you had some dotted down. I think, well, you said the only one... Was it the only one you had with the conversations and dialogue?
Well, I actually just thought about another one of quality of life.
Okay.
Is placing furniture items diagonally.
Oh, I think that's too much of a system change. Yeah.
Is it? Well, because I don't know if Minecraft did it. Maybe they can do it. But because remember in Minecraft, like the half blocks, like I know there was half slabs, but like the half blocks like vertical, and then they finally added those.
They didn't add those. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you can add like pillars now.
Oh well, those are still like a full block.
No, they're smaller than the whole block.
Yeah, but they still conform to the grid. I think you saying diagonal is like you're breaking the grid.
No, because it's just... Because I guess what I was getting at is like, I get the whole square unit thing, right? But it's like, what if you could, instead of cutting the square unit like horizontal or vertical, you could cut it diagonally. So you can turn it that way. It makes sense in my head.
I think I get what you're saying, but then I think the problem comes to the fact with the hitboxes are going to be different for everything. And then yes, like the quote unquote square area on the grid will be bigger, but yeah, I think it's just because like too much of a back end change.
You think? Because like you can't really argue it messes up with like the thing, because like you can scoot the items like half a block. Like, so it's like half of it's outside the unit and half of it's inside the unit. You could scoot it like, I'm like, okay, well, if you can scoot it half, like, how come you can't turn it diagonally?
I still think that, like, because it's still on a vertical and horizontal plane, the minute you add diagonal, it's a lot more math involved.
Bummer.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I would love that, I just think, it is too much of a system change.
Crap, that sucks.
But yeah, I mean, going back, I think your more realistic hope is the adding more dialogue.
Yeah.
Even though I don't think they will. Like, this is something, like, to now my thought process is, how much do they want to add into New Horizons rather than putting into the next Animal Crossing?
Yeah.
Because hypothetically, they could just keep updating the game, but there's going to be a limit, I feel like, to the point where they're just going to focus on the 2026 game. Or, I'm sorry, not the 2020, the next game. One of the most requested, again, is like more dialogue for villagers. I would love it. I just don't see it happening. Because I think they would then focus on their whole personality system and how that affects things before they do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe if, like, since they've been adding new villagers, I feel like that's not really a problem, right? But what if you add new villagers with new personalities?
I mean, yeah, I guess they did do that with the 3.0, or sorry, not the 2.0 update. Well, and technically the 3.0 update, if you want to count the collaboration villagers.
Yeah, but did they already announce, like, their personality types, though?
They didn't, no. But you're saying introduce new villagers with completely different, like, not on there.
No, I know, but I'm like, obviously, if coming up with new villagers isn't an issue, because that's what they did for the 3.0, right? Well, can you just maybe add, like, another personality type? That way it's just, like, a new set of dialogue, you know what I mean? Because each villager has their own personality, and depending on what their personality is how they talk.
I do think, like, that is a possibility, but I don't think that solves the root of the problem that everyone is experiencing. Wait, because, like, hypothetically, like, I have my core villagers.
Yeah,
I'm not going to change them out. I'm not going to get any new dialogue. And I think this is something that would save for the next Animal Crossing rather than adding onto this one.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. One thing, though, I do think they could add more of, more customization and also, like, just more ordinances. I mean, don't we...
Yeah, which I don't know. I mean, I feel like the only ordinance that they add was the early bird or night owl.
Yeah.
Right?
Is there only 2? I thought there was 4.
It used
to be a bell boom and the beautiful one,
and
right?
like a perfect, beautiful, yeah.
I think they took those are in the game, no?
I remember. In New Horizon?
Yeah.
I thought it was just early bird and night owl. I could also be wrong because I honestly haven't switched mine.
I believe. Yeah, I mean, that's the problem is not a lot of people touch it. But then again, it's like you kind of set it once and forget it. But I do think there's a little bit of gaps where it comes from. I think maybe when it comes to ordinances, we could set an opening time.
Oh, like in your shops.
Yeah, is that kind of crazy? Instead of like having early bird, having all the locations open an hour early, have it to where like, okay, everyone has to open at 5, but then that means they close at an earlier time.
Like 5 p.m. is a 12-hour thing?
Yeah, like from 5 to 5 or something.
I see. I don't think that's crazy.
You think that's crazy or not that crazy?
No, I don't think so.
Well, yeah, I think... Okay,
actually, I lied. I do think that's pretty unrealistic because that's still not going to stop time travelers.
Well, I think for like... This is helping the day-to-day players more than time travelers. I think once you time travel, you can't really go back.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. So, like, realistically, if the time traveler is always just going to do that, then they're just going to time travel when the stores open or close or vice versa, really.
But I'm saying for the players that don't time travel, I feel like it'd be a good addition. So, yeah, they could just be able to have the shops almost open when they play, when they majority play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but again, like hypothetically, if the bell boom ordinance isn't there, add that one. If the the perfect or the beautiful ordinance isn't there, add that one. But I'm pretty sure they're already in the game.
Yeah. No, the ordinances are. I think I just can't remember 4. Well, it's only 2.
Yeah. But yeah, late night, night owl, and then maybe just a little bit more customization when it comes to that. I really don't know, but of course, I think any types of ordinances would be interesting to do.
Yeah.
One thing, of course, like when it comes to just overall content, just expanding the museum, adding more fish, adding more.
Yes, expand the Critipedia.
Yeah, that's something they could definitely do. More fish, more critters. Where's the art displayed? Actually, they have an art section, right?
Yeah, and you go to what's his name? Red's little ship.
I guess you could add more art. There's a lot more art that's in the public domain now.
Yeah.
So yeah, because all the art that is in the public domain. So they could even add their own custom ones, maybe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Of course, more house exterior upgrades. I don't think we need any more interior upgrades. You could practically have a mansion.
Oh, I had an idea down.
What?
I said, since like Animal Crossing New Horizons is all about like designs, I think it'll be really cool, like to spice up the interior like room shape. Instead of like a basic square, like you could do like an L shape, or like maybe introducing like lofts or split floors or split. I know they added like the accent walls and stuff like that, but that's only on the back wall. Or if it'd be cool if you do like a split floor type thing, or again like just like a L shape or like a U shape, or
I definitely think that would be cool. I was thinking, oddly enough, like a diamond, but then that would have to be like diagonals. But having it not be a square, or even maybe even like customizing what rooms that you have. Like even if you upgrade it to the max, you could choose to even have a smaller limited amount of rooms.
Yeah, no, that's already in. That's already in the game.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah. You can, and you can also like mush it. Oh, you know what? I think I'm just kidding. I lied. That's in the DLC. My bad.
Okay. I mean, if it's in the DLC, I'd consider it in the game already.
Yeah, because like even if you fully expanded it, you can re-downsize if you wanted to, or just not, obviously expand it all. But yeah, because the only shapes is just the basic square or like that rectangle from like the attic and basement.
Yeah, and I definitely think like this could add value to like Happy Home Paradise too. They could only add it like, oh, you get these updates if you have this. But yeah, I think that'd be cool.
Yeah.
One thing I have on here, of course, is just a better online experience. I hope this is already fixed with the 3.0 update. But I mean, what would a better online experience look to you?
I feel like I'm really satisfied with the whole Slumber Island.
Well, the idea. What happens if the Slumber Island is someone disconnects, everyone leaves?
Oh, well, that sucks.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
you don't think it's gonna like autosave or like?
I think it'll autosave, but then you have to wait for everyone to come back in.
Well, maybe people just probably just need to be more patient in this world, maybe.
I don't know. I feel like
comparing
it to everything else.
Loading screens suck. Sure, I can't imagine waiting for 12 people to come in. So they have to fix it, right?
I've talked to so many people about this. In a lot of them say the 12 people, what's going to make or break it is the loading screen. Like they are not going to use the feature if it's the same type of loading screen. I have a feeling that they changed it. I
think maybe they're going to change it to like Minecraft. When you join someone's world, it just kind of like pops up and alerts you. They have
the alert already.
No, it's like a warning before it's alerted.
But they could just change it into an alert. I could totally see them where there's no loading screen and it's just like yada yada is flying in and then that's it. Period.
No, because the whole point of the reason why it takes so long is because people don't exit out of their freaking inventory.
Well, why do I have to?
No, that's just not how Animal Crossing works. I don't know.
I think I'm assuming they did a lot of back end changes again with the with the crafting, with the storage, how storage works. That makes me hope that they fix the multiplayer as well. I really do hope this will literally be a make or break on this whole multiplayer side of the update.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think you're just a little too used to the Animal Crossing loading screens, because what they have right now I think it's unacceptable. I'm not gonna lie. Compared to every other game Nintendo has, it is just crazy. Yeah.
I mean, to each their own. I'm just excited for the Slumber Islands.
Yeah, I will have to see. But that's a part of my fan requested systems and features. Just better multiplayer. I did put some people in my Discord were wanting island expansions. I do not think they're going to add this, but this is something
there's no way they're going to add that.
They could add it if they really wanted to.
I think their compromise was the Slumber Islands.
Yeah, I think that's what their compromise was. Plus, this kind of goes back into the idea of like, well, what are they adding to this game or just developing for the next Animal Crossing? I think bigger islands would probably be something that they would advertise for the next Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
And then lastly, for features, is just more design slots, because we can never not have enough. But also adding sounds to them, specifically the paths.
Yeah.
I think honestly that's probably just what I'm talking about. Where if you step on a certain path design, because you could classify them as a path, right? The design.
No, yeah. You definitely can. And honestly, like, I guess a compromise to that one could be like, if you create like your own path, just overlay it over like the original, so that way you still get the sound effect of the original path, just not. Because right now it's like if you overlay your custom path on top of like your pathway, it completely wipes out the sound effect.
Okay, that's what I would normally, because I would use because you could designate it as like, use my design as a path.
Yeah.
But you're saying just have the path with the sound font that you want, and then put the design on top of that?
I'm saying like that's the thing. Like you can do that. However, it still takes away like the sound effect.
Oh yeah. So if I'm not being clear for the listeners, basically all I want is like the paths that are in game. There's like stone, there's dirt, there's like
wood. And,
each of those have a different sound effect. Right now we can't apply those to and the thing is they're all in the game. They have different sounds, even ones for paths that aren't existent, because like they have the sound effects for like different for tile inside houses.
Yeah.
So it's like you could even add more that wasn't really in the base game. But yeah, that is probably something. Of course, again, more slots. I'm not going to complain about that. But yeah, is there anything else that you think of that a lot of people would want to see in an update?
No, that was pretty much everything on my list. My big idea was the whole Brewster and cooking one.
Yeah, I think honestly that's a great idea.
Bring back the banana trees.
Of course, I think like more villagers would be interesting. They did introduce more villagers, but I think right now like New Horizons is too far along, and the next Animal Crossing is, I'm hoping, closer than we all think for them to be adding more villagers. Yeah. So yeah, overall, kind of recapping everything, do you think that this 3.0 update hints at a future for New Horizons?
I think it could. I don't want to say yes, mainly because I don't want to get my hopes up, but I think it could. I hope. I don't know. If honestly, it's not, that's fine. Like, I'm satisfied. 3.0 is going to be great.
This is closer to the end of the discussion. I'm just going to say it now. I'm going to predict that we're going to get some more Animal Crossing news on the anniversary of Animal Crossing. I would assume it would be more updates for New Horizon, But a part of me also thinks there could be a spin-off in the works. But then also, I don't know. It's like, if there is a spin-off, why update? But yeah. So I don't know. I do think this isn't the only Animal Crossing content we're getting next year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is exciting.
Yeah.
I think, like, just kind of reiterating what I said, I feel like this is just a bridge just to keep Animal Crossing in the public eye, even though I don't really think it needs it either.
Yeah.
I honestly think they probably wanted to just still maintain sales. They probably were thinking, like, if it dips below 1 million a year, then it's probably, they just wanted to keep that momentum still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
I still think even with this update, with the Switch 2 edition now too, it'll sell the millions per year still for a bit longer.
Yeah.
I guess my final question: when do you think we will see the next big Animal Crossing?
Like in the whole game itself,
or like, I'm not even just it could be a spin-off. It could be just like just another game that isn't New Horizons, because everything that we've gotten for Animal Crossing so far has been either DLC for New Horizons, update for New Horizons.
I think the next like game is gonna be like the next Animal Crossing on the Switch too. I don't think it could be like like next holiday season maybe.
I was actually thinking the same thing. I was thinking end of 2027, which is weird for Animal Crossing, but then again, I think they're going to be it's going to be more city oriented, and I feel like the holiday season is a little bit more cutesy in a city than it is in, I don't know what foresty kind of vibe they have going on.
Yeah.
Overall likelihood of getting another update, I honestly have no idea if it's going to be called 4.0 or just updating on top of like 3.0. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Did Nintendo call it like, this is Animal Crossing 1.2?
No, yeah, that's what they did, because they released an update, and then like every like 3 months, I think it was 1.1, 1.2, 1.3.
They advertised it? I can't remember. Did they really say?
Did.
Like,
they made like little, like, at least on the Nintendo Instagram account, that they posted like, this is what's going to be on like the 1 point, and it was just like small stuff like seasonal changes mainly, or like it wasn't like anything like big.
Yeah,
it was just small little add-ins.
I really didn't know that. I do know, because like I remember they had like the massive recap videos where it's like the lady there was like, this is what we're introducing in the next Animal Crossing New Horizons update.
They only did that for like the bigger updates, like the cooking one, and when they brought back Brewster.
Yeah, that's what I remember. Yeah. And I remember them always saying the next update and not like 1.4 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But what do you think the likelihood of this happening? I just say on a scale of 1 to 10.
I would say like a 50-50, like 5.
5.
Yeah.
Okay. I would also say I'd probably lean more toward like 70%, like a 7 or an 8.
6, 7? I'm kidding.
Yeah. You're so dumb. I'd say 7. They announced it. They announced the update during the anniversary of Animal Crossing, and that'll get released sometime in October, and then February of 2028 we'll get the announcement for the next Animal Crossing, and that'll get released sometime in October of that year. So that's like a whole year after the fact of like new content, because that's also something I was thinking about, was like, oh, they can't release a new Animal Crossing right after they release a new update for New Horizons. Yeah, but I think we're in the right headspace when it comes to that. We will have to see. But yeah, it was fun. I think this is great. We're not those Nintendo fans, okay, that aren't satisfied. I think we're completely good with Animal Crossing right now as it is.
Yeah, we made a disclaimer in the beginning, so
I'm glad you, because I would have completely forgot to say that. But yeah, let us know if you guys enjoyed this kind of discussion in the comment section. You can find my sister's channel, All Star Marie, in the description down below as well. I think we'll circle back sooner or later talking about the next Animal Crossing, or probably actually how we enjoyed the update.
Yeah.
So yeah, let us know in the comment section if you're excited to hear about that, whether you want us to hear our thoughts when the update actually comes out. But yeah, anything else you want to close on?
Nope. I'm just very excited.
Yeah, awesome. Well, I'm Crafty Type 1.
I'm Ariana.
And we will talk to you guys later. Goodbye.
Bye.